You can't screw up so majorly that your badassery disappears. It is who you are. It is who you always will be. It's not up for negotiation. Jen Sincero. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Growing up, your friends, parents, and teachers told you to get an education and become a lawyer, doctor, or some other respected profession. You wanted to become this greatest soccer player ever. Over the years, you started thinking that being a soccer star was too far-fetched of a dream, or you weren't good enough, or there were millions of others that wanted to do that for a living as well. Why would you make it? So you settle. You get the education and the job that everyone wants you to. You start to develop self-sabotaging beliefs and behaviors that keep you stuck, unhappy, and unfulfilled. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero is a kick-in-the-teeth type self-help guide. Her blunt approach to tell you how it is and how to get what you want from life is both motivating and inspiring. The first part of this transformation is understanding how you got this way. Your subconscious contains the blueprint for your life. The problem is, for most of us, we don't even know that our beliefs, desires, and habits are controlled by it. Your ego, or the big snooze as Sincero refers to it, is your comfort zone. The big snooze operates by utilizing your limiting false beliefs. Only by breaking out of your comfort zone, by waking up out of your big snooze, can you do great things. So how do you do that? You embrace your no BS self. While your big snooze keeps you from growing and changing, your no BS self thrives off of growth and change. This allows you to wage war against the identity people know as you. This is not easy. Both the big snooze and many of your friends, family, and peers will push back on your transformation. Realize that it is just as easy to think of yourself as a badass as it is to believe that you're a loser or unworthy. So, how do you embrace your inner badass? Well, that's part 2. Author Louise Hay was quoted, "If we really love ourselves, everything else in our life works." For many of us, self-love and self-confidence are not easy to come by. The world has beaten us down for so many years that we forget how to even love ourselves. The author lists 7 things that we can do to regain these positive self-thoughts. 1. Appreciate how special you are. 2. Drown yourself with affirmations. 3. Do things that you love. Make time for them. Make enjoying your life a priority. 4. Pay attention to your thoughts and behaviors. 5. Ditch the self-deprecating humor. 6. Let the love in. 7. Don't compare yourself to others. 8. Forgive yourself. And 9. Love yourself. It's the holy grail of happiness. Another step to self-love is to stop worrying over what people think of you. You are only responsible for what you do or say, so worrying about it is a waste of time and energy. In our last book summary, The 4 Agreements, author Don Miguel Ruiz makes the same point. In fact, it is one of the 4 agreements. The last step towards realizing your inner badass is realizing what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you most alive, and what makes you feel most like yourself. It will be different for each of us, so here are some tips from the author. Number 1, take the first step. Just do something already. 2, do your best at wherever you're at. 3, don't reinvent the wheel. What things are people doing that you'd love to do? 4, realize you don't have one true calling. You are always evolving. 5, listen to your intuition. 6, follow your fantasies. And 7, love yourself. Now, on to how to tap into the Motherlode. The Motherlode, or source energy as the author refers to it, is nothing more than mindfulness. Becoming aware of your subconscious mind and learning to put your mind at ease. When you heard the word mindfulness, you likely thought of meditation, which is exactly what the author suggests. There are tons of resources online to help you start a meditation practice. There are also plenty of styles and practices that you can try. If one doesn't fit, move to the next. The important point is not what type of meditation you practice, simply that you do it. Meditation is the first step to controlling your mind. The second is positive thinking. Many of us want to do something great and think that our mindset will change as a result. The truth is that we fix our mindset and then the results follow. Sincero promotes acting as if. Act as if you're rich. Act as if you're successful. Act as if you're popular. Act as if, and sooner or later you will be. While you're acting as if, surround yourself with people who already are. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with." Find and spend time with people who motivate you, make you laugh, and have goals similar to yours. The 4th part, how to get over your BS already. Do you know why it is so important that you control your mind and that you tap into the Motherlode? Because your mind controls your reality. If you imagine something is out of reach, it will be. If you think you can accomplish something, you can. It is as simple as that. Another piece of getting over your BS is to stop procrastinating. We spend so much time making excuses for why we can't be, can't do, or can't have the things that we want, that we never actually spend time pursuing these things. The worst part of procrastination is that it feeds off of fear. Fear has stopped more people than the task at hand ever will. The problem with fear is that it is an emotion of the future. We fear things may not work out. We fear we may fail. We fear things that may never happen. The thing about fear is that what we want is usually lying on the other side of whatever we are afraid of. If we face our fear, it may or may not happen. If it happens, we can deal with it in that moment. If it doesn't happen, then we have already won. The final part, how to kick some ass. Now is time to make decisions. Don't be afraid of failure. Even if you stumble along the way, you are still learning and growing. Along the way, things will get uncomfortable. They will get hard. The only way that you fail is to quit. Sincero also believes the key to being a badass is surrendering control to the universe rather than resisting it. Doubt is resistance. Faith is surrender. Ridicule is resistance. Believing is surrender. Worry is resistance, and joy is surrender. And finally, control is resistance. Allowing is surrender. And the last piece of kicking ass, doing versus spewing. The author refers to a statistic that only 5% of people who sign up for something, like a course or a seminar, actually do anything with it. These people don't want success as much as they say they do. They are not willing to follow through. Don't be one of these people. The muscle of kickassery is like any other muscle. You have to use it or you lose it. Remember, you can't screw up so majorly that your badassery disappears. It is who you are. It is who you always will be. It's not up for negotiation. Jen Sincero takes this book as an opportunity to point out the things that countless people are doing wrong and gives actionable advice on how to fix them. Identify what you want to do and take action to accomplish these things. We hope you enjoyed our summary of You Are a Badass. Do you have a book, article, or saying that you'd like to see us animate? Leave your ideas in the comments below, and your suggestion might just be our next video. And also, before you go, hit that like button to help out the channel, and subscribe to get notified whenever we release new animations.